Oh man, they did it again, and this time it's even worse. What I'm talking about, of course, is our actual site that we're at until we have 4 more days in this park. They actually gave our site away while we were here, which is absolutely mind-blowing. We've never had this actually happen. We've had it happen where they gave our site away before we showed up, and they had us move to a different site, but this is the first time where we've actually been set up and parked. We've been here for about 10 days, and we extended our stay, and somewhere in that extension they didn't keep us in the same spot, and somebody actually reserved this spot, which is so weird, because check this out, folks. All of these other empty spots, everywhere you see one of these little things is an empty spot. All of these empty spots, and they're making us move today, and we are not move day ready. We've got our tent still set up, everything is still outside. The inside is definitely not moving ready. The kids have been doing all kinds of stuff today, their activities, their school stuff. Food is all over the place because we're making dinner, making lunch, stuff like that. We are just not move day ready, so this is absolutely ridiculous and weird that they're making us move. But not only that, Honey got in an argument with the guy that works here, and look, the other RV is just sitting there. They're gonna be sitting there for a while because for us to get move day ready, it's gonna be a few hours, and they're just gonna sit there, which is so strange because all these empty spots. Now it is a holiday weekend coming up, which today is the 20th, I believe, or the 21st. So I don't know what the holiday weekend is. It's not July yet. So this is so strange. I do not understand why they're making us move and why they couldn't just have them move to another spot, because we are a 40-foot trailer. Apparently the size that they're going to, or the site that we're going to, which is just a few sites down, which is still very strange, is not big enough for them, which, okay, all right. I guess we'll just pack everything up as fast as we can, throw things all around, and get this thing moved. How crazy. All right, just got done talking to the people that are going to be taking our spot. Turns out his name is George as well, so how funny is that coincidence? And he was actually telling me they've been doing this for 3 years, and because this is a different park, this is an Encore park, not 1,000 Trails, that sometimes there's a miscommunication and this will happen. So this isn't the first time it's happened to him, but this is the first time this type of incident has happened to us. We've been to a park where they gave our spot away because we were a day late, and we let them know we were going to be a day late, but they had a reserved spot for us. But this is the first time we've had a park take our spot from us, switch us to another spot, and not notify us. That's the issue. So he was telling me, very friendly fellow, really appreciate talking to him. He was offering to help, but I mean, there's not much you can do besides for help put stuff away, which we'll get that all done. It doesn't take us too long to do all that. But he was telling us, if you're ever going to extend your stay, and this is a word to the wise for anybody who has 1,000 Trails, just remember that Encore and 1,000 Trails are not the same company. They work together, but they're not the same company. Go to the office at your campsite and talk to them directly, because that's the way to avoid any issue. And what he was telling me as well is they were trying to work out different spots to fit in, but of course, I guess this is considered the holiday weekend because it is about 2 weeks away to the 4th. This is going to be all filled up, and with his rig being 2 feet bigger than us, they're not going to fit in any of these spots. Plus, they'd have to move other people around because more people are going to be coming here. So, to avoid all the bigger hassle, they're having us move, which to us, that's a big hassle, but to everybody else, of course, might as well make us move. So instead of packing stuff away to just pull it out again, because we are going to be here a few more days, I'm just moving stuff to the other site, which is just up the lane that we're in. This right here is going to be an issue. Hello, beautiful girl.
I'm helping now.
You are. You're doing such a great job helping. I hear mommy vacuuming it, but this right here, this quick set by Clam, I have it all staked in and everything.
Over there.
Yeah, we're going over there. Can you believe we have to move?
Yeah.
You do? You can believe it? Wow. Kids are so beautiful. You guys will believe anything.
Look at my shirt.
I love your shirt. Can I see it? What is that?
A
A flutterby. I love it. And it's sparkly. Wow, it's shimmery.
Yeah.
It is almost as beautiful as you are. Feel it? Okay.
Tickle, 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 tickle.
That's a cute butterfly.
Yeah.
You are so wonderful. Hey, you want to help me take apart this tent?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. Get at it, kiddo. Now, this is a quick set by Clam, and it does not come apart. Once you take all the stakes out that I have... Once you take all the stakes out that I have in the ground, it literally just collapses on itself, and you just fold it up and you can put it in the bag, which it fits really nicely in the bag, and it's easy to take with you. But well, I've got some stuff hiding in here, hiding from the rain. Oh no, I got more stuff to move. All right, I'm gonna try my best to not have to collapse this whole thing because I did struggle with it. What happened last time I folded it up, I actually folded it up inside out, and taking it out and putting it back together, I literally had to take all of the sticks out just to get it to go inside out. And this is a wonderful thing. If you've never seen a quick set by clam, these are great. Look, you just pull them and they pop into place, and you can see something's going on with it. I did something wrong when I was setting it up, but it hasn't given us issues. But all I got to do is get the stakes out that I've got, which here's a little PSA on TAR. If you ever have stakes like this, you can hold the rope, or this part, not the rope, this cloth, and just pull from behind. But make sure you're pulling at the right area because you don't want to rip these out, because these cloths can rip. But that's a quick and easy way to get the stakes out, and this works for just about any stake that I've seen and used, the little metal ones and these big thick plastic ones. So these quick set by clams are awesome. This is a 12.5 by 12.5. This is huge. I think this is one of the biggest models they make, and I love the green, this space inside, and all of these panels open up. So you can see there's the little windows, but the entire panel will open up as well, and you can have this as a big breezy room. And I absolutely love this. I wish we spent more time in here, but we honestly don't spend too much time just at the campsite. We try to get out and about and do stuff. Worst case scenario, we get trapped in the RV for a few days, but I think one day I'm gonna come out here and work while it's raining and just enjoy that time, which it's been really rainy here over the last few days, and I'm pretty sure it's supposed to rain a few more days, so I might enjoy some good thunderstorms in here. It usually has been raining like in the middle of the night. It's been waking me up and it's been keeping me up. The storms here are so loud. I think that has something to do with it being so close to the lake. But I mean, I grew up on Lake Erie in Cleveland, and I do not remember storms being this loud, or maybe I do. Wow, in the comment section below, let me know. Are storms louder the closer you are to a body of water? Does that make sense? Let me know. All right, so here's the example right here. I didn't even remember that I put a metal one in here, but I'll show you guys that it works just the same. Just gotta get that thing out of my way and just put your hands right behind there. Get it in there and you can just pull it right up. No hassle. Nice and easy. You don't have to get a hammer or some type of chisel or even a crowbar. You can just pull it out using basic, you know, I don't know, physics, algebra, I don't know, one of those mathematics. All right, next step, which I've been dreading, is getting up on this roof, because you can see we're parked under a tree, and with all the rain, I'm pretty sure this is an oak tree, maybe, I might be wrong about that. I don't remember my trees at this very moment. My brain is frazzled and fried. This is such a stressful thing to do, especially with dealing with the honey stress, because she doesn't handle stuff like this very well, and I'm gonna have her tell you what happened to her, because I was actually out and about when they first came and told her that they needed her to move. I'm gonna let her tell that side of the story. She's been telling it to me, and I need for her to tell it to you guys because it's very entertaining the way she's gonna tell it. But because we're parked underneath this tree and because it's been raining, I know there's gonna be debris all over the roof. And before she closes those slides, I have got to get up there and get it cleaned. And of course, with it being wet and rainy, there's always the chance that I might slip and fall. So that might be their fault. So that would be cool and neat, but of course I'm gonna be extra careful, because I do not want anything like that to happen. I already have several herniations in my back. I do not need to add any more pain and discomfort to my body. All right, just got up here, and honestly, it's not as bad as I was thinking. Bunch of tiny little debris. These are like the little pods from the tree. You know, they're little seed pods or something like that. But we've been hearing all kinds of critters jump on it. And the spot that we're moving to is right next to a whole bunch of more trees. So I'll have to do this again when we do move. There's a lot of spots, like these spots over here, that don't have any trees, which would be nice, but I do love having the trees. It actually made a really cool reflection off of this right here. One sunny morning, I could see the tree blowing in the breeze as I was looking up through the sun glass window right here, and it looked really pretty. But this shouldn't take me too long, and just need to worry about the water. If there's any pooling water like that right there, that's what I need to worry about. Make sure it doesn't seep inside when we close it and drip all over the place on the inside.
Hey, be careful up there, you stupid dummy. Bonk.
bonkers bizarre day. Of all things that had to happen, why this? Why? Hey, but on the bright side, the sun is coming out. Look at that, we've got blue skies. Thank the Lord, because this is what we've been seeing all day, is cloudy, overcast, supposed to be thunderstorms, but oh man, that blue is coming through, and I'm super duper excited for that. Not only that, but almost falling through that skylight. Oh my goodness, I would have been so upset. Like if I wasn't Mr. Positive, I'd be screaming and shouting and cursing right now. Maybe I am on the inside. Life's telling me right now, don't be a stick in the mud, and I think I finally am understanding that statement. Toss this from the roof, and look at that, I got my stick in the mud. But this is a quick and easy clean. Just have to hawk two on that thing and just wipe it off. That's it. Knock the cob dirts off of that stuff. All right, just admiring our stairs real quick on our beautiful RV lock. Checking out the inside and seeing what the honey has done. Oh wow, that looks so much better. This was all cluttered. Stuff was everywhere. This countertop still needs to be cleared off. That needs to be cleared off. The kids' room, 180. That's just stuff that needs to go on their bed real quick or into this slide. There was toys everywhere. My goodness.
It was a wreck.
It was a wreck. And then getting into our bedroom. This looks so good, honey. Nice job. She's been hauling it. This is what happens. Laundry just ends up on the bed. We used to have a TV right here. We gave the TV to the kids. That would end up on the bed too. We're not even worried about making the bed right now, but floor just needs to be vacuumed a little bit, and that should be it. The honey did a wonderful job while I was breaking stuff upstairs. All right, finally just got about everything moved to the next campsite. The last thing to do is hook up the truck, undo the electric, lift up the jacks before we do that, and then get this puppy moved. And what I'm thinking is I'm gonna do some real cool, I don't even have a good term for it, just some real cool maneuvering. I don't know who does really good maneuvers. I don't know, truckers? I don't know. Somebody famous does really cool maneuvers. Just think of that. Some Jackie Chan maneuvers. How about that? What I'm thinking about doing is, so what you're technically supposed to do, I think, is go this way, go all the way around out to the exit, which is like 7 or 8 lanes that way, and then come back and pull this way. But I think what I'm gonna do is just hook up the truck, pull it this way, and then back it up into that spot over there where all our junk is just sitting. And I'm just gonna try and back it up perfectly into there. If that doesn't work, I can always just pull forward and do it the honey's way, is what she's saying. Saying I'm gonna do it the man's way, or at least try to. At the very least, this should be very entertaining for you guys if I pull it off. If I don't pull it off, it'll be very entertaining for the honey, who will probably rub it in my face and say I told you so. All right, just got all the slides put in, and I'm finally gonna do something I've been wanting to do. Oh man, this wind is not gonna cooperate. But we have ways around this. Get back over here. This is temporary, folks. All right, finally, gonna get to do something I've been wanting to do. We should have cleaned them off, but look how easy this is, folks. Lift with one hand, push it in. Oh wow, that is so easy. Uh-oh, I messed up. Uh-oh, please don't break. Forgot to take off this dirt destroyer. And always remember to take off the dirt destroyer. It destroys the dirt, and it can destroy your torque lift glow step revolution uprising. Oh, that's so much easier. In, up. And remember I was saying it'll come to about right here? I was so close, if I'm not right. I mean, these actually go down, so I think I was pretty much right. Now it's time to see. Oh, that off. That is gorgeous. Man, I love that that door just closes and I don't have to worry about slamming my hand in there anymore. All right, I got the truck hooked up. I'm ready to back up. And funny enough, the neighbor, his name is George too, probably mentioned that already. He's actually gonna spot me as I back it up all the way down here. That's George is sticking together.
All right, so he's just backing up and he's gonna spot him. So let's see what in the heck is happening. I'll give you guys a full rundown here in a little bit because I'm so aggravated and so irritated. But it looks like the person that was supposed to be in the spot is super willing and helpful, so that's really nice. He's doing a really good job. Sorry?
Does the camera go through to him on the phone?
No.
Oh. That'd be handy.
Yeah, I know.
Do a video call.
So he has to like swing like right here to try to get into the spot, so that way that there he goes, there he goes, there he goes. Good job, good job. Oh yeah, this is about to be so good.
Fine, you've got over 12 feet to that picnic table. Plenty of room. Still plenty of room.
So then he's gonna pull up and then back in further. Oh. There we go, there we go, there we go. All right.
Gotta come this way, a little back.
There he goes.
Start coming over. Right, start coming over. Where's your other slide?
Yeah, there's two of them on that side. Only this back one goes out far. think he's gonna try and get closer to the electric.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how it's done. All right, so we just got settled in, just hooked up electric, leveled it out, plugged water back in. Gonna get Sura here in a second. And the honey is livid. She is so upset that we had to move. Like, why did we have to move? Our RV is so hard to move. We have 4 little kids. They have a Class A. All they have to do is back it up, pull it back in. They could have moved anywhere. They could have moved here even. There's plenty of room. This would have fit, easily would have fit them. And I'm just agreeing with her. Yes, honey, of course you're right. This is baloney. Of course I was using the BS word, especially in front of the kids. Don't do that, folks. But I was letting her know that I'm 100% on her side, but the whole time I'm thinking, heck no, I wish we would have moved here when we first got here. This spot is awesome. Literally, garbage is right there. Garbage is right there, folks. I don't have to walk all the way down this entire aisle anymore. She's looking at me through the window. She probably thinks I'm just ranting and raving right now. But anyways, garbage is right here. Absolutely awesome. Main road is right here. We're parking right off the main road. It's gonna be so easy to just drive off and go that way and exit. This spot is phenomenal. Why didn't they tell us when we first got here? I never would have went all the way to that hard spot, but hey, it was cool backing it up. It was nice meeting George. I hate that the honey ran into some issues and attitude with the, she keeps looking out the window like, what am I doing? I'm gonna pretend like I'm screaming and ranting. This place is ridiculous. You know, I never want to be part of this Thousand Trails thing anymore. They're treating us misfairly. Yeah, they're not treating us right. But anyways, this spot is phenomenal. Look at this beautiful tree barricade that we have right here. Literally, check this out. This is wonderful. All I gotta do is hook all this stuff back up and we're good to go. The only problem is this is a huge incline right here, or decline, I don't know, hill, let's just say that. So it was hard to get it leveled properly, but I did it, managed, somehow I managed. And not only that, our best friends are literally right there. We're so much closer to them. This is awesome. And not only that, if anybody here has ever watched Always Sunny in Philadelphia, one of my favorite shows, hilarious show, adult humor, just so you guys know. The lady that's right in front of us now, which I've been seeing her for the last few days, looks just like Mac's mom. If anybody ever watched that show, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And she's over there smoking like a chimney. I'm 100% not sure that that is not the actual actress herself just sitting over there. I might actually go say hi here in a second. I'm gonna go tell the honey that I'm livid, hate this, absolutely hate this, but I love it. This spot is great. I wish they would have told us to come here from day one.
All right, you guys, I had to come to the beach to clear my nerves and to tell you guys the craziest thing that literally just happened. I was just cleaning the RV and putting the kids' clothes away. I just got done with laundry and George was out filming and I hear this donk, 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 donk on my door. And I'm like, who the heck is knocking on my door like that? I literally thought it was a kid playing a joke on me. No, it was one of the maintenance guys at the RV park. And he was, so I opened the door and he was like, what are you doing here? And one, I'm so baffled at how he knocked on my door. But now you're aggressively asking me what I'm doing. I'm folding my laundry. That's what I'm doing. So I kindly asked him, I'm like, I'm not sure what you mean. And he was like, what RV site are you supposed to be at? I was like, well, we got here on the 13th and we're supposed to be in this one. That's what's on my paper. And he was like, let me see the paper in your truck. Because whenever you get to an RV site, you have to put your paper in your RV and in your truck. And apparently he couldn't see the one in the RV. And I was like, oh yeah, let me get the keys, open up the truck. And he was like, this says that you're supposed to be gone the 16th. And I was like, oh. I was like, yeah, but we extended our stay literally before we even checked in because our friend had recommended us, you know, come to this park for quite a long time. There's a lot to do around the area, yada, yada. And he was like, well, you need to go down to the office and get a new tag because somebody else is supposed to be pulling in here today. And I was like, well, that's really weird. I was like, because we extended until the 27th. That day, like literally 5 hours before we checked in, we extended our stay until the 27th. And so I called George and I'm like, babe, come home. I got to go down to the office. And so he came very quick. I was like, I don't know what's going on. The maintenance guy here is like abruptly banging on the door and asking me like, why are we here? It was just the strangest situation. And honestly, rude. It was so rude. So he gets back and I just hop in the car and go to the office. And I bring my ID and my phone so that way that I can show them the reservations and when I edit it and all of the things. So I walk in and I already have this weird feeling like he had already gotten there before I got there. So he already set the tone for the other two people that were in there. And I feel like if I would have gotten there first, I feel as if we wouldn't have had to move. But he already set the tone. And so I was explaining to the guy that I had to talk to, the manager, and I'm like, look, there's no way I'm moving in 20 minutes, in 10 minutes, whatever the minimum time is. I was like, I have 4 kids. We have 4 slides, and whenever those slides open, we move things around so that way that we have a lot more room in our RV. I was like, and so packing up all of that stuff, packing up everything that's outside. We had our clam set up. We had all of our lawn chairs out. We had the whole shebang because we were here for 2 weeks. And so he was like, well, you should have been at your other site since the day you got here. And I was like, excuse me? I was like, can I see the paper that he took out of my truck? And so I looked on the paper and it said we were supposed to be at the exact site that we were at that day. I was like, so it doesn't make any sense how the system says that on the 13th we were supposed to be at the new site. However, my paperwork that you gave me on the 13th says the site that we're in. So it doesn't make any sense. And he was confused. And I was just as confused. So he tried to look and see if one of the sites around us were available, and nothing was available. Because the person that was coming in that was supposed to be in our spot was here for 2 weeks. And they didn't want to have to move them. However, they're a Class A with 1 slide. 1 slide. If you guys know what slides are, you know the amount of room. They would have to pack up 1/4 of what we just had to pack up. So, they couldn't find anything. Nothing. Not even for 1 night to give me until the morning to pack up. So I hurry up, I rush home, I start packing up all the things. The kids literally were playing with all of their toys. 4 entire bin of toys they were playing with in their room, dumped out. I'm like, you guys, I'm really sorry, but we have to move. I was like, the office made an error, and now we have to move our site. So we got to pack up everything. We got to clean up everything. Nothing can be on the counters. Nothing can be on the floors. The whole place has to be vacuumed, because if anything were to possibly get underneath our slides, that would literally mess up our entire slide retraction system. So you guys already know, I was already so furious and so confused and so baffled by the situation. I barely could even wrap my mind around what needed to go where, and it was just a mess. Like, it was so unprofessional, and we did it. We just started packing everything up. George, being the calm one, he calmed my nerves down, because with the way that he banged on the door and the way that he was questioning me being there was just so abrupt and so rude. And so we got everything packed up, and then we hitched up. The person that was actually taking our spot was so nice. Supposedly he went down and talked to them, but like I said, the second that he knocked on my door and I wasn't supposed to be in that spot, he had already made up his mind and already talked to the people in the office that we were going to be the ones that needed to move. So, long story short, we were rudely interrupted of our stay, and we had to move in the middle of our stay with all of our things out on our RV site. and George and I packed up the entire RV, and I'm almost positive less than 2 hours, which is nuts. The kids were so phenomenal. They were so understanding, even though myself, I was so confused. I couldn't even wrap my head around it, honestly. And so we moved, and the RV site that we were supposed to be at is actually working out really great.
All right, it's getting close to dinner time. Got done setting up. The honey's in there finishing the load of laundry that we actually started before we moved, which was another obnoxious reason why we didn't want to move. But check this out. If you watch this channel, you know I do not use the outside grill because our propane line, there's something wrong with it. But you can see I got the tank right there. And I recently just bought this adapter right here that plugs right into it. So now all I gotta do is plug it into there, and I don't have to worry about my gas line leaking. And yesterday was the first time I tested this out. Made some delicious bourbon chicken and a stir fry, and the honey absolutely loved it. And look at that, now this is all nice and seasoned. There we go, got it put together. Fire is definitely on, nice and high, and you guys get to watch these steaks today. All right, I think the smoke means it's hot enough, so I turned it down just a little bit and let it cool off. But here is the steaks, seasoned with salt and left to rest all day, literally all day. It's been about 8 hours. I did this in the morning, and it's just been sitting in the refrigerator, so now it's going to sit here for a few minutes while that cools off. And to season it off, which I normally don't do, I usually just keep salt and pepper, and that's it. Even sometimes I don't even use pepper, but today we're using this Weber all-purpose cookout. It's savory, garlicky, buttery seasoning, and the kids love it. And not only that, but I am going to be caramelizing some onions. Absolutely excited for that. Using avocado oil, which the honey labeled for me, which was pretty cool. But as soon as this is done smoking some more, I'm going to go ahead and throw those steaks on. Check out the sear on these. Is that not perfect? Oh my goodness, I can't wait to dive into this. Check that out. While the kids watch The Princess Bride, I've got some water boiling over here. We're going to make some mashed potatoes. I've got some bacon bits because this is going to go in a green bean corn mixture that the honey absolutely loves. I might throw some onions and garlic in here as well, but we're going to render this down first and get them all nice and crispy. And yes, there is butter in there because this meal is not for the healthy heart. This is for the soul. All right, there we go. It's had time to rest. Beautiful, and check this out. There's the green bean and corn with the bacon, and this is just instant mash, but we love it. It's delicious, nice and juicy. There it is. Oh my goodness, that looks absolutely delicious. This is just a tendon or some type of fat that's just in there, some silver skin, but I'm gonna cut that out, and that is one beautiful looking steak. Oh my goodness. There it is, all put together. Don't mind the presentation. Doesn't have to be that good, but this is some of the best steak I've ever had. I cannot wait for the honey to try it. Seriously, that steak was so absolutely delicious. The whole family wanted seconds after I was done. But that's going to be it for this annoying day of an episode, I guess. It wasn't too bad. We managed. We made it work. So if you enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. It really does help the channel. And not only that, it'll help push us along in the algorithm, which once again will help the channel as well. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. It's free and easy to do. All you gotta do is hit the subscribe button, and then right next to it there's a little tiny bell. You want to make sure to click on that and turn all notifications to all. That way you're notified the instant we upload a new video. Thank you all so very much for watching. We love you all, and remember, life's is a lot more fun when you're taking a risk.